morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah. What y'all got going on today, man? What y'all got going on today? I'm just sending out the back signal in the Discord while I let people come on in. The bat signal has been sent out. Good morning, everyone. Please, come in, join us. Hit the like button, hit the share button, all of the great YouTube stuff that I'm supposed to say on a daily basis. Good morning to you. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please, man, yeah, hit me. That one hit me. Whoa, get me a swig. Now let's try that again. Good morning. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. And this is another episode of
Overnight Price Action Review.
How y'all doing, man? Who in the chat today, man? Let's see who in the chat.
Let's see who's in the chat.
Chat. And move Discord over here. We got here to learn and share. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Yes, they are. Hey, Siri, what's the temperature right now?
It's about 80 degrees outside.
It's about 80 degrees outside. And the birds are happy. What's going on, Black Al Davis? Hola, Valentine. Hola. What's going on, Tish? What's happening, Kim? What's going on, Thomas? Hey, man, I see more numbers than I see names, but that's all the names that I see. So that's all I'm going to say. Without further ado, let's get into the overnight price Action review. I keep forgetting y'all like when I'm down here in the corner. Like that. Let's go over here and mark out our 6 p.m. line. What's today? Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. Okay. So price ain't do a whole lot on the ES. Let's look at the sisters side by side. Real quick, like. I don't have Ninja Trade open, so we'll do it over here. We got the YM, ES in the middle, NQ on the bottom. Look at the sisters side by side. Let's look at the sister. Where's 6 o'clock? Boom. All right. Let's keep it like this for a second so we get a good view. Okay, so this is the overnight action for everybody. Okay. So the NQ was up overnight a little more than the YM and ES. They're moving relatively together. Excuse me, they're moving relatively the same, but the YM is lagging a little. We can see the YM is lagging a little bit. Right? The NQ a little bit stronger. All right, this is the NQ on the bottom there. The NQ is a little stronger. This is the YM here. Not as much of a move up on the YM in the beginning there. And then the YM actually took out the overnight high. The ES, yep, the ES poked above it, but the NQ did not. So the NQ was a little stronger overnight. The YM was a little weaker overnight, but the YM, we have some bearish divergence because the YM took out, right, that overnight high, that the London, right, going into the London, it went up and took out that overnight high. The ES barely poked above it. All right, the ES barely poked above it right there 2 times. Walk up, walk up. All right, and then the NQ did not get to it. Right, so if we stretch the line out like that, then we'll just get us another line for the YM. We'll do it like that. Cheese and rice. Y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. All right. So the NQ started out the strongest overnight, and then it just held up there at that level. The ES did the same thing, pushed up, held at that level. Then the YM pushed up, broke down. Right. So the YM had, started to break down. The ES has not started to break down. The NQ has not started to break down, but we got bearish divergence up there at the top. Now, let's go through and look at the overnight price action review. So, excuse me, go ahead and mark this. So, we opened up over here at 56. Okay, so we opened up here at 56.2775 at 6 p.m. All right. We dropped down, came below this little short-term low right here made at on the 430 candle there, pushed back down into this range here, this little consolidation range there, right? Pushed back down into that consolidation range, did not make it to the 345 BSI. Right, we did not make it to this 345 BSI right here, but we did trade down back into this little range of consolidation, this little balanced price range here. We offered sell side delivery, we offered buy side delivery, and we left that area right here. So then this candle here came and traded back down to that area there, and then we nothing could stop me. We all the way up from 6 o'clock up until, make these candles a little bigger for everyone. Make the candles bigger. So from 6 o'clock up until 8 o'clock, really would be 8:15 because this is the 8 o'clock candle. So from 6 o'clock up to roughly 8:15, nothing can stop me. We all the way up. We went all the way up and we took out yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was at 56.3750. Right? We took that high out on the 745 candle. On the way up, we created a couple BSIs. right? We made a Bissy as soon as we started out the gate. OTG out the gate. We got a Bissy here at 6 p.m. Then we created another huge Bissy here on the 7 o'clock candle, right? And then we created another small Bissy right here at the high. Right there at the high, we created another small Bissy right there at the high on the 745 candle. Okay, let me darken these up a little bit so that y'all can see this. Y'all get it. I ain't got to do all of them because we didn't come back down there, but y'all get it. Okay. So then we came down and traded back into the range. The 745 Bissy was inverted with the 845 candle. We kind of hung out in that range from 840 from the 845 candle up into the 930 candle. We traded back and just kind of consolidated in that range right there, using that inversion fair value gap, the 745 Bissy, using that as resistance. We just kept trading back up to it, working it till we eventually dropped down and came back into the 15-minute Bissy that was created at 7:30. We dropped down into that on the 10 p.m. candle. After hitting that, we immediately went back up and poked just above the buy side. We poked just above the buy side on the 1 a.m. candle. The midnight open. Boop. The midnight open was at 56.38 even. And then we we reclaimed the 745 Bissy at 11:30. The 11:30 candle, we reclaimed the 745 Bissy, and then we used it as support up until 1 o'clock when we poked above the high. And then we kept using the midnight price as support. We wicked in between yesterday's high and midnight, still skating across the top of that 745 Bissy over here. And then we started to drop at 2 a.m. all the way up into the 3 a.m. candle, where we came down and touched the high of that 7 p.m. Bissy. Did not take out the sell side, left the sell side intact from when we came down during the Asian. So the Asian low was left intact during the London. Then we pushed back up again and made equal highs with the 1 a.m. candle. So we came up and made an equal high on the 530 candle, came up, made an equal high. And then we traded, just skated across the midnight price between, same thing, using that 745 reclaimed fair value gap as support. We're just skating across the top of the midnight price yesterday high and that 745 Bissy, just skating across the top of that up until 7:15 when we start to pull back down, and we created a SIBI on that 7:15 candle. We pulled back down into the range, stopping at the 3 a.m. order block, right? So we got a 3 a.m. order block. We stopped there, and then we pushed back up into the SIBI. No, we didn't create a SIBI on that 7:15. Those wicks touch. So we did not create a SIBI on that 7:15 candle, but we did get back below that same 745 Bissy. Now we're back below it again, and we pushed up all the way to the high of it, and we're using it as resistance again. And then once we hit that, We traded down and took out the London low, came tick for tick with the Asian low. So the London low was taken, right? The London low was taken, right? We hit the London low, took the London low, rejected off of it, came down, made equal lows with the Asian. Then we pushed back up into the 815 SIBI and closed all the way at the high of the 815 SIBI. Right. Once we closed at the high of this 815 SIBI, we then traded back down, preventing an opportunity to create a BISI on this 845 candle. Then we pushed all the way up to right at the 730 open. And now that brings us to where we are now. And we're moving back toward yesterday's high and that 745 BISI that we've been working all night at yesterday's high and midnight price. And that is the conclusion of the overnight price action review. Now, let's take a step back and look at what price got going on. If we look at our daily chart, everybody loves them. Okay. Yesterday, we created a BISI here. So yes, after yesterday's trading, we created a BISI. So we got a BISI for the July 5th candle, right? Overnight thus far, we have traded above yesterday's high. And we just sitting up there flirting with yesterday's high. Let's look at the other sisters while we're here. Let's go do it over here so I can put the ES in the middle. Man, the YM daily chart look at her. The YM ain't been doing nothing on the daily. It's been like doji fest on the YM. YM ain't been moving nowhere. ES in the middle and Q on the bottom. Man, is this right? Yep, it is. I changed to the continuous chart. It still look the same. Man, YM look crazy on the daily. Been relatively flat every day. Look at the divergence of the sisters. So from the beginning of July up until now, the ES and the NQ have just been going up, and the YM has just been going sideways. This is a clear sign of divergence, right? Clear sign of divergence. This is what's been creating this just back and forth price action. The three sisters are at odds. The NQ, excuse me, man, I ain't eating no breakfast. Why am I doing this? The NQ down here, the YM up here, they're at odds. So it's creating this weird price action. Very difficult to day trade in. So if you are day trading, right? If you are day trading, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, right? Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Okay. Here's a pro tip. This teachable moment is being brought to you by I ain't got nothing else to talk about. That's just it. I ain't got to. If anybody got anything, feel free to drop it in the chat. If you are in a Discord, feel free to jump in the Discord, unmute, and ask me something. And if you are on the tube, right, for old time's sake, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Click on the link and pull up on the tube and ask your question. I'm going to hang out here for the next, until about 10 o'clock, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to hang out here for at least the next 15, 20 minutes. Let's get to the teachable moment. Hold on. Let me pin this link to the top of the chat, just in case anybody want to pull up. Go to the tube. Go to my channel. Go to the live view. All right. So the link has been pinned to the top of the chat. If anybody wants to pull up and ask anything, feel free to do so. And like I say, if you're in the Discord, feel free to jump in the Discord and unmute. So, pro tip, right? If you are day trading, pro tip, right? Okay. In this trading environment that we're in, right? If you are one, don't see size down, right? What does that mean? What does size down entail? Okay, sizing down, right? If you usually trade, 3 to 4, I ain't gonna say that much. Whatever your usual, if you buy less contracts, whatever your usual amount is, buy less. Cut it in half, even, right? Size down. We're gonna say cut it in half. Cut contracts in half, right? Cut contracts in half. Okay. Or if you trade multiple accounts, if you only got one account, don't go with your normal size during conditions like this right here. Don't go with your normal size because it's very, choppy. And sometimes it just runs against you because there's a lot of manipulation. So don't go with your normal size. And while you're not going with your normal size, right? Be nimble. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. In and out quick. Right? What does that mean? Right? What is in and out quick? Be nimble. In and out quick. Also, in and out quick, that's in and out quick / low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit, right? Size down, meaning cut contracts in half, right? That should have been a 2 right there. 2. In and out quick. Jack be number, Jack be quick. Please, my boy, don't burn your when you jump the candlestick. All right, be nimble. In and out quick. Low hanging fruit. Right? Don't try to go for extended runs during this time. Right? Now, if you want to go for the extended runs, this is going to help you too. Cutting the contracts in half, this is going to help you too, especially if you trade evals or PA accounts or funded or whatever your prop firm calls them, and you're still inside a trailing drawdown buffer, buffer zone. If you're sizing smaller, right, the back and forth won't affect your trailing drawdown. If you're in a company like Apex that has trailing drawdown, right? And it won't so it won't affect that, because let's just say, let's get us a tool here, right? And we're gonna say entering here, fair value gap there, right? That's the high right there. So I'm looking at this fair value gap, looking at that high right there. Okay. Boom. Right. And this right here is the buy side right there. Right. Okay. And you're looking to get in here and you're looking to take profit here, right? That right there is an 83.5 point move. Okay. That's an 83.5 point move. Okay. This is unless it's some stupendous day on the ES, this is abnormal. But we're just gonna pretend like this is doable on the ES during the New York session during this time, right? So if you get into that move, it's not just going to go straight there, right? It's going to do something like this, right? Fair value gap, pull back, break the structure, invert the fair value gap, pull back, push up, right? Might come back and run some stops right there. Push up, get close to it, pull back one more time, and hit it. Okay. This is how price can move. This move right here, that move right there, that could have blown an account, right? Because if we come here and come down to there, right, just say that's a 38-point pullback right there, a 38-point pullback there. From here up there, that's a 54-point move in your favor, and then it pulled back 38 points. That pullback right there could have blown an account, depending on what size you're trading. That could have blown an account because it pulled back 38 points on you, right? That could have blown an account. But if you size down and you're not trading your normal size, this, and you want to hold it for this entire run, this pullback right here, you will be okay because you're sizing smaller. So this big pullback is not hurting you or not giving you a chance of blowing your account, right? And then since it's so much chop, when we came up to this point here and came back and broke that, like took out that low, the way price has been trading, a lot of times it would break down more, right, before going back up, and you stand the possibility of getting stopped out because it will break down more before continuing back up. Because you see, overnight well, this ain't overnight, but you know what I'm saying, we was looking at the overnight price, we were consolidating a lot. We pushed up and then we consolidated a lot. Okay, so size, the market is open, the market is open, the market is open, the market is open. If you're gonna trade, please trade safe. If you're not gonna trade, please take a copious amounts of notes so you can go back and study what you saw today and apply it to your future trading endeavors. Enjoy your day. Thank you. So sizing down, that's going to help you if you want to hold for the bigger runs, right? Sizing down, that's going to help you because the price is very unpredictable, because it's a lot of manipulation due to the divergence and chop and all of that, and the market is being held, right? We got CPI this week. The market, they like to hold it in like restricted ranges. There is trading to be done in those restricted ranges, so you want to be nimble, in and out quick, right? I took out the low hanging fruit, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? In this run, this same run we talk about here, right? You have a BISI right there, right? And instead of going for the high that's all the way up there, right, you can shoot to come back to this high right there, right? Get in here, right? Get in there, whoop, go up, hit that high, I'm out of there. That's a 32-point move. You see what I'm saying? Boom, in and out quick, gone. You see what I'm saying? In and out quick. Jack B number, Jack B quick. Right? If it decides to keep running up, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you want a chance to get back in again later, that's fine. It's up to you. But in conditions like this, take the money home. Right? A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush. Right? Take the money home. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You get a nice trade, you out of there. Right? You out of there. Tim, you always telling us this stuff and saying all this right here, but are you actually doing this? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. This is a screenshot, right? This is a screenshot that I shared in the Discordia, right? As you see, that right there, it says yesterday at 1:42 p.m. I said, hey, everyone, when price is not moving favorably, I trade one or two accounts and stay nimble, in and out quick. Right. I posted this yesterday at 1:42 p.m. Right. And I shared this screenshot right here. Right. This is a screenshot of me. Blow this up. Right. This is a screenshot. I'm only trading this one account. Right. I'm trading in one account right there. Okay. And you can see I entered here on this order block right there. Right. I entered there on this order block right here. And I shot for the low of this SIBI right there. Right. I went from the order block, and my target was the low of this SIBI right here. See, it says target one hit. It doesn't say stop. It doesn't say stop now. I didn't get stopped out in profit. That was my target. My target was right there, the low of that SIBI. Low hanging fruit. Did it continue to go up throughout the rest of the afternoon? I think it did, but I don't care, because I traded in one account right? I didn't trade through multiple accounts because price wasn't moving favorably. I saw something that I said, hey, this is a nice risk to reward, right? This is a nice risk to reward. Getting in right here and putting my stop below there, right? I could even put my stop below here, right? Either one of these was a favorable risk to reward, so I just went with that one, right? I could have went with that one and touted, hey, I had a 2-point stop loss on the NQ. It ain't about that for me, right? Either one of these was a favorable risk to reward going back up to there, right? And I took it, right? I didn't sit there and say, man, I should have took that across multiple accounts. I should have held it for longer. No, because the price action has not been favorable. So you have to adjust. You have to adjust to what, you know what I'm saying? The market conditions. I'm holding the wrong button. You got to adjust to the market conditions. You know what I'm saying? Jack be number, Jack be quick. All right. So, like I always tell y'all, I only preach what I practice. I only preach what I practice. Right? You don't have to. I'm not trying to make carbon copies of me. You don't have to do what I do. But like I say, it's just some little tips. Just some little tips if you're day trading right now. If you're day trading right now. You know why? Because we're all in this game to make what? Money. And when we make money, we want to put it in our pocket. We don't want to give it back to the market because the market cares nothing about you and it will run you over like a frog in the street. So I think that's the end of my pro tip for day trading. Jack be number, Jack be quick. Oh, another pro tip for day. This really ain't no pro tip, right? This really ain't no pro tip, but I'll just put it in here anyway. 3. Use lower time frames for your entries, right? Use lower time frames for your entries. Right? The 1 minute time frame will work best. Okay. Now, not gonna leave you out there flapping. So we're gonna go here to a 4-hour chart. Right? You want to base all of your 1 minute decisions on this is how I do it. I base my 1 minute entries I base my 1 minute. Let me see. So the 4-hour is the narrative. The 15-minute, 15-minute is the structure. And the 1 minute is the entry. Okay. That's how I break it down. Right. That's how I break it down. So that's 4 hour, got a 4 hour fair value gap right there. Right. That's our anticipatory reactionary point right there. That 4 hour fair value gap is our anticipatory reactionary point right there. Okay. So we're going to look at a couple different ways to do this. Okay. So at this point in time right there, right? At this point in time right here, we've come down here to a 4 hour fair value gap. That's lunchtime, right? And this is the New York afternoon right here, right? So this is the New York afternoon. So here, right, we come down into the 4 hour fair value gap, right? There around noon. And then, but we're not giving anything back to the upside in this area here. So there's nothing to trade on the lower time frame right now based off of 4 hour narrative, 15-minute structure, 1 minute entry. Okay. So then here we come down to the same 4 hour fair value gap there, right? This is in the New York afternoon, right? We push back up, right? We get a break in market structure here, right? At 345, we got a fair value gap there, right? But we just go into the end of the day there. Okay. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. All right. Put some more meat on the bone. Put some more meat on the bone. All right. Let's go back to 15-minute. Okay. Now, here we go here. We got our break-in market structure there. Then we're coming over here and we get back over here. This is the PM. This is Monday in the PM. All right. Then we come over here. Now we get into the London. We need more meat on the bone, right? We need more meat on the bone because we didn't get any trading opportunities on this Monday. So now we're going into Tuesday. Let's put more meat on the bone. All right. Let's go through. Boop, 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 boop. That's not going to work because we're at the end. Let's go somewhere where we got some more price action. Let's come here. Okay. And yesterday, you see, we didn't have any opportunity based off of that scenario. Okay, now let's come back here. Select it. Is that the same area? Make sure we go somewhere with some good opportunity. There you go. All right. Now, okay, 15-minute. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. So, boop, there we go. Here we go. We're at 9. We got some New York time here. Okay, we got some New York time here. New York time here. Okay, so come over here. We got us some New York time. 9:30. Right? New York open right there. That's our criteria. That's our criteria right there. Okay, so we come down. We hit our 4 hour PD array. Okay, we push back up. Right? We create us a Bessie right there. We don't have any type of break-in market structure. Right? So, but since you have some displacement there, if you're more aggressive, right? You have a 15-minute. We'll look at this in a minute. We'll come back and look at this right here. Is that and we'll come back to this, but we're gonna go to, yes, that's the imbalance there. Right. We'll come back and look at this area there. But let's go. Come back and look at that area there. So, right, we come here, solid, then we get here, and this is going into the next day. So we'll come over here and find 9:30 again over here. Okay, so that's 9:30 there. All right. And so here we go here, come down there, boop, come up here, and we take out that high. So we got us a breaking market structure there, right, on the 15-minute. All right. Bullish breaking market structure there. Right there. Bullish breaking market structure. That's over here on this day. So we're going to look at this day here first for the more aggressive move. Right. We got displacement. Right. No breaking market structure, but we got displacement. So we got displacement here on this candle here as we start to trade back down. Right. As we start to trade back down right here on that candle right there. So we'll put a line here on this candle right there. And we're going to make that, matter of fact, let's move all of this stuff over here out of the way up to there. All right, let's move this stuff out of the way up to there. All right. And right here, as this candle comes into this 15-minute BISI, right? As this candle comes into this 15-minute BISI, this is when you start watching your 1 minute. Why? Because you've come to a 4-hour PD array where you're anticipating price to be supported, right? On the 15-minute, in this case, you have displacement up. You don't have a breaking market structure, but you got displacement up off of this 4-hour PD array. So as you trade back into this 15-minute that you're anticipating price to be supported on, follow me, 4-hour, I'm anticipating it to act as support. I'm seeing a reaction on the 15-minute of the 4-hour supporting. It's giving me displacement, right? So now that it's giving me displacement, I'm anticipating this 15-minute PD array to act as support. When I trade into this 15-minute PD array, now I'm going to my 1 minute time frame and I'm looking for an entry that I'm comfortable with taking, right? So right here, we put that line there. We put that line there because this is the candle. This started the candle that went into this 15-minute PD array. Okay, so once we came into the 15-minute PD array, now we're looking for something that we're comfortable with taking, right? We're looking for a trade we're comfortable with taking. And now I'm not going to keep looking for perfect times, but this is what you're looking for. Because this, remember, this is all this right here done got to times when we ain't gonna be trading, but I'm tired of looking for ones that's during the time. So that just lets you know you may not be trading all the time, right? So now when you come down into the 15-minute right there, right? We're in the 15 minutes. So now we're looking for something that's giving us a reason to want to go, right? So we come here, we're trading here, right? We come in, we sweep out, right? We're inside the PD array. We sweep out lows. We tap the 4-hour on the 1 minute, right? We tap the 4-hour, then we go back up, right? And break the high, right? That's a Le Judas, right? Right here inside the Le Judas, right? There's an opportunity to get long off of a fair value gap right there after sweeping. Go back with the Judas swing. There's an opportunity on the 1 minute to enter, right? You say, okay, Tim, I don't like that. We, you know what I'm saying? It's like we didn't, I don't like that entry. Okay, that's fine. Over here, we're coming, right? And then we push up, right? We push up over here, taking out the highs, right? Same thing outside of, it's not a Judas swing. This time we just expand up, right? We just expand up. Right here, we wick down, took out the sell side, and then broke the high. In this case over here, we didn't take out the low, right? Why? Because this move right here implied that this low should be safe, right? So over here, we pushed up and we took out the high. Then we traded back down to the 15-minute fair value gap. Okay. We don't have a 1 minute fair value gap trading back to here, but you're trading back down to the 15-minute fair value gap. You're trading back down to the area of consolidation. You're trading back down to this old, remember the old area right there where we took off, at, right? We traded back down into that same little, remember the same little bissy that we talked about, came back into that same bissy, that same range, right? Why? Because all of this now is a balanced price range right there. So now, boom, you come in, you take your entry here, you take your entry there. This is a very good risk to reward on either one of the trades, right? And then what do you shoot for? Low hanging fruit, right? There's a high right there. That high right there, boom, you got it, right? Low hanging fruit. And what is that low hanging fruit tied to on the higher time frame, right? That high right there is the low of that fair value gap, right? That high right, that high on the 1 minute, that's the low of the fair value gap. I did that same type of trade. Remember, I talked about, I did that same type of trade here. The exact same type of trade there. You know that's not the exact trade because this is just an example that played out in the middle of the night. This was like at 8 p.m. But I did that exact same type of trade over there, right? But you can find success. You don't have to be afraid of the lower time frames. The lower time frames are going to afford you the opportunities to trade in conditions like this because it's so choppy while you waiting for the hourly and the 15-minute and the 4 hour. You see how I'm going back struggling to find something that plays out in the New York time zone, because when you're waiting for the higher time frames to play out, the time you're trading, you've missed your window. So your opportunities are going to be few and far in between if your time frames are too high that you're watching on because of the conditions we in. So don't be afraid of the lower time frames, man. Don't be afraid of the lower time frames. And I think that's the end of my pro tips. It's 9:54. Does anyone have anything for me before I get going? Does anyone have anything for me before I bid you adieu? Yeah. All right. Don't hear anybody saying nothing in the Discord. Ain't nobody pulling up on the link, and I don't see anything in the chat. So, with that, I will bid you all adieu, man. Like I said, if you're going to trade, please trade safely. If you're not, let's say thanks for what you gave. Thank you for pulling up. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff I'm supposed to say. Share, subscribe, like, comment, do something that the algorithm likes. Let's grow the community. Let's grow. You know that, man, I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, people always be like asking me, you know what I'm saying, how my YouTube channel do. Oh, somebody put, what's up, Jay?
Yo, what's up, Tim?
Chilling. What's up with you? What you got?
Man, I'm doing good. I just wanted to come in here and say thank you so much for the information you provided, man. You've been doing an amazing job, and I hope everybody sees that you out here providing gems. I'm just looking at my charts, and I want to say thank you.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully it's helping, man. Hopefully it's helping. Like it is trading is more than just putting lines on charts and looking for patterns. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not speculative. It's when you got to put some thought into it. It's
Yeah.
discretionary. This is
Narrative.
yeah. It's all about the narrative. It's not a mechanical thing. It's discretionary. So you got to understand the narrative of what the market trying to get to, and that's what I be trying to drive home for people. Because when I started this journey, I thought it was just, you know what I'm saying, patterns. But it's not about that. And you got to use common sense, and you can't be in that greed get into all of us, man. It's like when you see the money you can make in this game, you go crazy.
That's
So
true.
so man, I just hopefully it's helping, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, some of the stuff is sticking that I'm out here sharing, man. And man, I wish you much success in your trading.
I'm doing great, man. Thanks to you. What I want to say is one thing that really did help me that I just want you to share with the people if they want to go back through and watch your old videos. When you spoke about time of day, the sessions, and where price is relative to the 12 o'clock midnight open, oh my
Yeah.
God, that was some stuff that completely changed my trading game. I was already studying ICT, but the way you formulated your statements, it made it so clear. I made so much money since then. And I'm talking about like a month ago when I just found your channel. So keep doing what you're doing, Tim. You're a blessed person and you're making us blessed too. Don't get discouraged, and I hope that success finds you and keeps you happy, man.
Oh man, God is good and my wife is amazing. So I'm Gucci. Either the Fed don't want us to hear you because we hear what you saying, but you sounding real gurgly right now. Either the Fed watching or you got a cheap cell phone.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I'm hearing it on my end too.
Yeah, but we heard what you said. We heard what you said, and I appreciate that, man. And I'll probably revisit that on another day. Talk about like time and price and where everything is as far as like the midnight open, the sessions, and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. Thank you so much, Tim. I know you said you
All
were
right.
getting off. I just wanted to visit the steam yard, man. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, man. Appreciate that. Take it easy.
All right, Tim.
Man, my man Jay done pulled up eating caramel corn or something in the microphone, man. I mean, he was unwrapping the church lady mints. I appreciate that though, man. I'm just out here trying to help the people, man, trying to share this stuff. Cause people charging a lot of money for this information, man. And it's all out here on Al Gore's internet for free. The problem is when you go on Al Gore's internet, man, it's just everywhere. So you don't know where to start, you don't know where to go. That's why I try to like put stuff in order that where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So if you just tapping in and you just tapping in like on my live videos, you know what I'm saying? Go back and look through the stuff that's in the channel, like the organized stuff, like the mentorship, the how to trade future stuff. Look at the organized stuff because I try to put it in a way where it makes sense. Right. And the mentorship videos, I think we've been doing a good job with those. We on like week 16 right now. And it's like, I feel like those are in a very good, you know what I'm saying, organized way that help you understand how price works and how price moves. You know, the mentees, they say they get a lot out of it. You know, I don't know if it's because of the videos or it's because of the Discord, because I stay popped up. In the Discord, but check out the videos on the channel inside the playlist, the organized stuff, the mentorship, the ICT concepts, the ICT lingo stuff, the how to trade futures. Man, check that stuff out, man, and then tap in with us every day and ask questions, man. Pull up and ask questions. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. It's 10 o'clock. I said I was gonna hang out till about 10 o'clock. So I'm about to go watch the market now, see if I can get me a trade today. Till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and discuss this thing we call price action. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Gone.